Hello, I'm Captain Vile, and this is the 1000th video on the Captain Vile 1852 channel. We have about 630 subscribers, I think, which is about a ratio of 2 subscribers a video, which isn't bad. There are certainly better YouTubers, there are certainly worse YouTubers who don't understand anything about Batman, but I digress. Such a milestone requires an event. Now, for the 500 video special, I got a clip of Jack Horner putting stuff in bags and put text over it, and it was meant to represent various things that were in a lot of videos. So I decided to expand upon that idea, and have created the Captain Vile 1852 channel bingo card. Here are all of the squares. Hungarian Rhapsody number 2. I happen to play this song a lot. It is actually my favorite song. It's very catchy, I whistle it, I get out of breath from whistling it, but I play it in a lot of videos because I like how it sounds, and is good background music for various montages. Excessive use of figurative language. I have been known to speak very theatrically. Some have said I talk like a Victorian-era play villain. However, I just enjoy using excessive diction. Some would consider me using the word diction as excessive diction, but I enjoy doing so and will continue to do so. Riddler mentioned. Whatever could this one mean? Calls something a doodad. I have a habit of saying thing, but I didn't like saying thing, so I refer to things as doodads. This could mean basically anything, but mainly is kind of MacGuffin items in video games we needed. Golden God. A little more explanation required than the Riddler. Golden God is a channel character I made for whenever I get upset playing a video game, or whenever, I guess, gold or gods come up in video games as a neat cameo. But he's just another montage thing, similar to Hungarian Rhapsody number 2. Censors something with Pepsi Man. I wanted to censor something with other than just a beep, and the SpongeBob dolphin noise seemed overused and too on the nose. So, I went with part of the Pepsi Man theme song, because why not? Captain Vile wants to / does gamble. There are some nefarious rumors that I have a gambling addiction. They're wrong. It's just fun. I happen to enjoy risking things. I happen to enjoy betting things. I happen to do it in videos a lot. Moving on. Rant. Oftentimes I may have abused my soapbox and gone on a tangent about coyote time in video games, or movement speed of characters, or GameStop, or Joker in comics, or anything else I feel I want to go off on, a tangent, a rant, or anything else, some speech, for maybe 5 or so minutes in a video, and it happens a lot. It will continue to happen because it's my soapbox and I can abuse it. Captain Vile sucks at the game. This one never happens at all. I don't know why it was included, frankly. Occasionally I might miss a step in the tutorial or hit the wrong button, but a lack of skill is never the problem. I would never be susceptible to such an issue. Captain Vile dies due to overconfidence. This one is another. I don't know who added this. This clearly is a fault on a team member somewhere. I don't know how this slipped by them. It's never happened. It happens. It's never happened, even more than the one before it. We're moving on. TV show / movie clip scene transitions. This one, I just think it's funny. It's also, why not use media I like? I like having it cut off That's not mentioned, but I suppose an emphasis is, like, if it's either Captain Hook or it's, like, immediately cut off when someone gets hurt. Those happen a lot. Does a voice or impression? I have a few voices I bring up, like the nerd or slash commenter voice, or some kind of game show voice. I bring these out for jokes, big surprise. Free space, this is just, I don't know, do it, whatever. I don't know why Bingo has this, that's kind of stupid. That's cheating, actually. Why did I put this in? Captain Vile overpronounces a word. This is partially a bit, but I mean, I just have a habit of overpronouncing a word, like I'll say it correctically, or specifically, or technically. It's mainly the alleys. But I still do it, and it still happens in videos. Obscure reference, kinda self-explanatory. I'll make a reference to, like, the Terror, or Richard Byrd, or some other historical figure, or some other historical figure's insignificant event, like Napoleon being chased by rabbits. I have a lot of trivia. Axe out hypothetical. This one is probably going to be accompanied by the voice or impression, but many times in a game I'll see a fault in logic or something that doesn't make sense, and I'll enact what I think should have happened, or just think of a funny scenario while playing a game and enact it. Stop playing to explain something. That could go with the other two rules, axe out hypothetical or obscure reference. I'll stop to explain why Napoleon was attacked by rabbits, or some other thing. I'm gonna continue doing it though. Save people a Google search. You're welcome. Captain Vile forgets something that was just explained to him. Frankly, this is obviously the game's fault. It should have explained it to me a second time as soon as it realized I wasn't paying attention the first time, because I was going off on about, like, the Riddler or something that happened in a museum or some such. Really, never my fault. Moving on again. Mentions neighbors. Used to have a lot of problems with my neighbors. I've since moved, so that might not come up again. However, I still have plenty of stories to mention about the crazy women who I used to live near, so don't expect it to go away soon. Refers to himself in the third person. This happens when I'm at, like, the end of my rope, frankly. It'll probably be accompanied by Golden God, and of course Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2, which seems to be when I'm in disarray music. Talks about the Arctic explorations. Those with a keen eye would know that Richard Byrd was me mentioning the Arctic or Arctic explorations. I'm not saving you a Google search. Go look it up. But I have a fascination with the Arctic. It's an awesome environment, and I frankly feel we should keep exploring it. I don't know why we stopped exploring it after, like, the 19th century. It's a little annoying. There's plenty of stuff that could be there. Did you know that fish are much larger there because of the tide currents pushing more bacteria into the water? Which... okay, no, we're moving on. But the Arctic is a fascinating environment, and the Arctic explorations are fascinating endeavors. Drinking tea or Pepsi while recording. I talk a lot. I use my throat. I need to help my throat recover. I'll have a tea or a Pepsi, or maybe it's just hot in the room I'm recording in. I need to cool down. So I'll get myself a nice, refreshing cup of tea or Pepsi. Green text. This is not about 4chan. This is about the green text that I often use to explain things in my videos while editing. I just like how it looks. I like the font. It's the same font in every single video, actually. And I'm going to keep using it. Reference to channel lore. Channel lore, for those of you who aren't paying too much attention, would be the Violins. Would be the war between the Simians and the Violins, and various vessels, like the Inquisitive Voyager. Every now and then I'll bring them up, because it's a rich history, the Violins. They were found in the Arctic, you know. Sings Daffy's Rhapsody after saying, but no. This one, I don't know why I do this. just saying "but no" specifically at the it just instantly makes me think of the song, and specifically that part of the song, so I just sing the entirety after it. I barely remembered the opening part of the song leading up to "but no," but whenever I say "but no," I am always tempted to sing the entirety of the song, and I've done it a couple times. Throughout all my 1,000 videos, at least one of these shows up. Maybe there's a video where you can get a blackout, but there are certainly videos where you can get a bingo. And what's the reward for getting a bingo or even a blackout? Treasures beyond your imagination, such as a t-shirt. When the t-shirt exists, it doesn't now, don't ask for it. A picture with me, should for whatever reason we meet. The knowledge that you dedicated time to looking into my videos in order to play bingo. Truly, these are rewards worth seeking. So go out there and find them, and then come back and find the ones that will be in the next 1,000 videos. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.